Guess whose mom just started crying? Mine. Hey guys, it's Saturday, so that means it's time for my animals to start making noise the second I turn the camera on. But when I turn it off, they're absolutely silent. I'm gonna do a quick check here so I can make sure that I'm on the right week because I keep messing this up. I thought so. This is week 8, which means I've almost been doing this for about 2 months. And a noisy somebody would like to say hello. Say hello, fine people. Yes, I'm a puppy. Hello, baby. All right, well, do your thing, kid. You can't sit on my lap the whole time. I know, it's what you want. There, maybe a little. This is the problem, is that my animals rule me. I do not rule my animals. But at any rate, it is Mother's Day weekend, and we're out here in muggy Los Angeles. This is my mug for the day. Let me do that beauty guru thing. Is it working? Here, camera, right there. It says, keep calm and call mom. And that is what I do when I'm stressed out, because she's the only person, well, she's not the only person, but she is one of the people who will listen to me when I am a mess, because I'm a Virgo and I stress about a lot of things in my life. But yeah, so it's been rainy here. I don't know what that's all about, but apparently it's very hot in New Mexico where my family is. And I didn't realize, I mean I did, okay. I realized and then I didn't that it's Mother's Day weekend because, as I mentioned, my nephew's birthday party is next weekend. He'll be 1 on Friday of this coming week. But I didn't have the foresight to know that I could come both weekends in a row because it's a very quick flight from Albuquerque, or LA to Albuquerque. But I figured, well, I'm gonna be there next weekend, so I might as well just hold off. And now I feel like a giant asshole because I'm not there for Mother's Day, but my mom's gonna be okay. Hi Mom, how are ya? She's gonna be with both of my siblings, and so they will be with her, and I will just be here doing my thing. I think I'm gonna go to San Diego. That's a thing I could do because I've lived here for 3 years and haven't been yet, so why not, since I have not much else to do this weekend. But it's just been a very long week and very, not draining, but it's just a lot. There's a lot going on at work and in my personal life, as YouTubers like to say, I guess, when there's things going on in their lives that they don't show you on camera. So I'm not gonna go into anything about that, but just know, I know I look like shit, but I told you from the beginning, what you see is what you gonna get. And so I'm just gonna do this no matter what, because I made a commitment to myself and to the internet, and so that's what we're doing. So, if you guys don't know, I'm a mom, kind of, to 2 little fur babies. The first one is this one, the Needy. And I've had him since he was 8 weeks old, because he's my little guy, and I love him so much. So my original plan for this week was to tell funny stories about my dog, which I guess I could do because I am his mother, so that would be very fitting in the theme of Mother's Day, but I don't think that it would be, not fair, but just, it's not what I want to do in my brain, so I don't think we'll do it. So this week I wanted to talk about my mom. So trigger warning, Mom, you're gonna cry because I'm sweet and I'm talking about you. But yeah, I had mentioned, I think in my tattoo video, that was the one, I was talking about my mom and how she's always been kind of my comedic inspiration and the person who will laugh at me when I don't even think I'm funny. And so I wanted to kind of tell some stories about my mom because she's an interesting lady and I love her to pieces. But just to kind of give you an idea of what we're working with here, if you've never met her, when I was learning how to drive back in high school, I was, I think, 15, because you can get like a learner's permit before you get your actual driver's license. We would drive my mom's old, I think it was like a Ford Explorer or something, so it's a pretty big car. And so she would let my brother and I take turns learning how to drive, because we were trying to get in our hours so that we could get our driving permits. And so we would always drive at night. She had a friend who I believe she's a massage therapist, and so she used to massage her friend pretty regularly. And so when we would be driving home at night, she would like wait until we were like going, it was a little quiet, and then she'd scream, "Deer!" And I was used to it because I was very immune to the crazy of my mom growing up, and my brother would always scream and jerk the wheel. And I mean, we only got in one accident, but that's not true. We didn't get in an accident, so everything turned out fine. But that's the first example I could think of a very mom type story. The second, the other fur baby just came in. Let's see if we can get her on. Sasha, would you like to come up? Oh. All right, got arms full of babies. She's very happy to be here, if you can tell. Hey, Sash. She is not a huge fan of her brother, but she tolerates him. Anyway, the second thing, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for telling these stories, but she's not here to stop me, so, when we were growing up, my mom, I think this is probably where I got some of my creativity and just kind of obscure way of thinking. She used to read to us every night, and so I remember the only book that I can concretely remember her reading us was The Goblet of Fire, because we were laughing so hysterically while she was telling it. Because my mom wouldn't just read the story and like do voices or whatever. She would kind of put her own spin on them. And so like, I think another one that she says that she used to do was The Three Little Pigs. And so I'm not saying that you should swear in front of your child, but, and I don't think she did when we were that young. She probably just made like some sort of weird like innuendo or something, but she would tell The Three Little Pigs but add in some things like, I can't think of what it would be off the top of my head. I'd have to ask her, but she just added her own words into it to make it a little bit more risque. And so, yeah, that was another thing that she did. What else? What does my mom do? I want to tell this story because I know I'm going to forget, and I'm trying to keep thinking of more things about my mom, but I didn't sleep well last night because I kept having nightmares, which was fun. And so I'm a little behind in my thinking speed, but I'm trying to not drag this out because I'm sure this is just a like drain to listen to. At any rate, several years ago on a Mother's Day, I was in one of several car accidents that I've been in. As I've mentioned, I could do an entire Coffee with Cass over all the car accidents that I've been in, and only one of them, like one or two, have been my fault. Most of them are just that I have very bad luck when it comes to being in cars and such. But the one that I was in on Mother's Day, I think it was like 4 years ago, we were, by we, I mean my sister, my brother-in-law, and I were driving back to Albuquerque after having visited my parents for Mother's Day, and so we had to leave on Mother's Day. I don't remember why. I think my sister or somebody had to work the next day, so that's why we're leaving day of on a Sunday. And so we were going to pull into a gas station, and this old lady was like flying down the road, and she T-boned us and hit right where I was sitting, which in the car accident that I was in high school before I had to take my ACTs, is also the same position that I was in. Well, what I'm trying to say is I got hit on, this is why you should wake up first before doing this. She hit us on the same side that I was hit on in the car accident when I was in high school. So I saw her coming and we were like trying to tell my brother-in-law to go or like get out of the way, but his like reaction time, it just didn't click for him, I guess, or like he didn't see her coming and she was like a bat out of hell just coming right at us. And so I tried to like scoot away, but I still got hit on the side a little bit because she hit us pretty hard. She was going really fast. And she just looked all disheveled after she got out of the car, but that happened. And then my mom came to save us, as she always does whenever we need her. And so we went back to Albuquerque. She drove us, and I cried on the way back to their house, my parents' house, after the accident because I didn't see a car parked on the side of the road, and then it came out of nowhere in my head, and so I was like, started crying because I was so traumatized. But long story long, that's a Mother's Day that we've had. A lot of the other Mother's Days I feel like haven't been quite as memorable because nothing tragic has happened, but I realized too this year, like, there's so many moms in my life now. Like, I was sitting down and trying to think, okay, who do I need to buy Mother's Day things for? And I came up with about 7 moms, and that's so many. And finally, one of my friends told me at work, she goes, you don't have to buy Mother's Day gifts for every mom you know. It just is your mom. So I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, you're completely right. And so I hope my siblings do us good. Jeff and Jessica, you guys better handle it because I won't be there till next weekend to help out. But we're in the last couple minutes here. Let me see if I can get my mom on the phone to say hello. On this, the day before Mother's Day. All right, you're gonna have to go down.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You're on speaker.
You're on my headphones.
Oh, well, I'm recording my Coffee with Cass, and I've been talking about you. Were your ears ringing?
No. You were talking about people who are insane?
No, I was telling stories about you, and I talked about how you used to tell us stories or read to us. And when you would scream when we were learning how to drive. And I just wanted you to be able to say hello to our internet friends.
Are you trying to say that I need to defend myself?
No, because I already said that I was going to tell the story because you're not here to stop me, so I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but too late now.
It's just a different style of parenting.
All right, well, I love you and happy Mother's Day, and I'll call you again later.
Okay, I'm sorry, Mama's going running right now.
Typical. All right.
What did you say?
Typical.
Oh, whatever.
All right, guys. It's been a great coffee with Cass. Say bye to my mom.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. We'll see you next Saturday. And I'll see you next Saturday, too.
Uh-huh. Alrighty.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.